So where do you think we are if the Lee Carsley thing has gone dead? I mean, people are talking about Chris Hughton, people are talking about Neil Lennon. People are wondering what's going on.
Well, I believe that Lee Carsley won't be taking the job, and I suspect one of the reasons why Lee wouldn't take it is that he's a very... John knows him probably better personally. I managed him for a while and I had some dealings with him through his coaching career. At times he would ask me for a bit of advice, but what I know of him is he's a very, very loyal and principled fellas, and I believe that he wouldn't break the deal he has with the English FA at the moment, because that's the sort of fella he is. He's probably a bit unusual in football, and it's one of the reasons why he has quite a high reputation around the game. Chris Hughton won't be...
Sorry, but Lee Carsley, would he not have told the FAI that from day one? And why have we got 3 months down the line with his name still being strongly linked as the favourite for the job up until very recently?
Well, the FAI haven't really said much at all. They've never talked about any of the candidates individually. They've never mentioned anyone specifically and said they are or they are not interested in the job, or that they've spoken to anyone. They've managed to keep it very, very tight indeed. So if Lee has told them that, it's up to them whether they've decided. I mean, it's not like they've ruled out Lee and they've kept other people in the picture. The only person that I know publicly that has said anything has been Neil Lennon, who has said that he's interested in the job. And the fact that they haven't appointed Lee or Chris Hughton, for that matter, or Neil Lennon equally, would suggest that those three candidates aren't the candidates that are either available, want the job, or wanted for the job. And it has gone on a long time, and you would wonder after that who's in contention. The likes of Damien...
Sorry, you don't think by process of elimination, you don't think it's going to be Chris Hughton, and you don't think...
Well, I'm telling you that it won't be Chris Hughton, because okay. I know Chris had 2 very intense years working with the Ghanaian Association at the World Cup, first of all, in Qatar, where he wasn't actually the coach, but he was doing a lot of other stuff. And then when he took up the job about a year ago in the build-up for this, for the AFCON, which didn't go well for them, and they had a very tough build-up to it. There was a lot of messing around as regards the training camps and funds and maybe some of the...
So he's had his fill, in other words.
I would think so. He definitely wants a break. So after that, you know, if Neil Lennon hasn't been appointed as yet, I don't know what's happening, why they haven't made that decision. So after that, and many other people in contention, we don't know. Is there like Damien Duff, who's done the splendid job at Shelbourne, Robbie Keane, who's done a great job with the team in Israel, Stephen Bradley won the 4 leagues with Shamrock Rovers with the help with Steve McPhail and all the other staff around Rovers that have done for that. I would probably feel, a lot of people feel it might be a bit early for them to have the potential. Or are we looking at someone outside of that? And you would think that the people involved would have a wide network that they would be able to tap into somebody else who would be qualified to do the job. But we do need someone soon, because the matches are coming in March.
I'm completely with Brian on that. You'd think they'd have a good network. Are we at a point that Wales were at back in 2010 when they appointed Gary Speed? He only managed Sheffield United for 2 months. Probably 5 games, and they appointed him, and that was the point where they really changed their whole setup. And he went in with John Arts and Chris Coleman, I think. Are we at that point where someone's going to come out of the blue that we don't know of? Yeah. And could it be a good thing that happens? Someone that...
When you mentioned Chris Coleman, there's been mention of Chris Coleman, who did a spectacularly good job at Wales. His father was Irish, and he spent a fair bit of time in Dublin. Is he a reasonable candidate? Well, Gary can't play for us now, and he's too busy on the golf course. But you would have to think that they have candidates in mind and that they're going through a process and it won't take too much longer. You would hope so, because you don't want to be going into a situation of appointing a temporary manager for these 2 friendlies in March. Really, whoever's going to get it should be in and at it, get them 2 matches in March, 2 matches in June, in the build-up to the Nations League matches with England, Greece and Finland. But they've been keeping it very, very tight, Tommy.
We shall see. And indeed, those matches are just round the corner, so it'll be interesting to see if the FAI do have something lined up for those games that are, 4 or 5, 6 weeks away now.